Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm with the Zarda Playbook, Emery Hunt. I'm Tyler Merkovich. We're bringing you FCS coverage, and it's a Pioneer League game between Butler and Dayton. This one in Dayton, Ohio. Both teams low scoring, defensive minded. What are your keys to victory for the Bulldogs?
Well, the Bulldogs come into this game undefeated and looking to wrap up the Pioneer League by knocking off the Flyers. But keys to victory for Butler, they're going to have to make Dayton's quarterback, Steve McIntosh, beat them with his arm. He's a tremendous athlete. He likes to get out the pocket, run around. They run that spread attack, so he's going to get a lot of yards rushing. So you have to shut down that rushing attack with McIntosh and make him beat shoot passing. That's number one. Two, third down offense has to improve. Butler only converts 39% of the third down. So say for an explosive offense, they can't stay on the field because third down, they coming right off. So they have to improve their third down, especially against a team like Dayton that has their number. Third, mental toughness. Dayton has beat the stuffing out of Butler for consecutive years. Butler wants to, they can't fall back to what happened last year, the blowout, or the years previous. They have to realize that this is their year. They have to come in, forget about last year, and play to win the game this week. Those are the keys to victory for Butler.
This would be a great basketball matchup, just like North Carolina and Duke would be.
Right.
But for Dayton, they're having a magical season. How do they continue that ride? Well,
you got to look at running backs Brian Mack and Dan Jacob, the two talented tailbacks they have. We're going to have to pick up the slack this week for McIntosh to allow him not to run so much. So those running backs are going to have to pick up the slack and carry some of the load. You also look at they have to start early offensively. Dayton gets off to a slow start. If they jump on Butler right out the gate, Butler's going to start thinking, oh Lord, here we go again. And it's going to happen. The bottom's going to fall off. So they have to start early offensively to take Butler out the game mentally. Third, they have to turn up the defensive rush on third down. Butler has some protection problems. Dayton can exploit that. I think Dayton has their number and knows they have their number. And I think Dayton's going to beat these guys at home.
I'm going with Dayton. It reminds me of Oklahoma owning Texas for those consecutive years a couple years ago. I think this is the same thing. The Flyers are in their head. Dayton too much defense, too much experience, and at home, I'll get the Flyers the edge in this one. For more FCS coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/smallcolleges.